Hey, it's your guy, the one guy that never shuts up about One Piece, here to not shut up about One Piece again, but in something special. And this is early warning to anime-only people, because there's going to be an outrageous amount of spoilers in this video, and you have been thusly warned. And if you are staying beyond this point, you are now consenting to the spoilers that I have to talk to you guys about. There has been one common, reoccurring theme on Egghead that nobody has brought up for some reason, because everybody's too just stuck up in the reeds of the Kuma flashback, the potential of a Blackbeard pirate invasion, Kuma jumping out of nowhere, the God Valley / Kuma flashback, which also has something to do with this, because the Kuma flashback wasn't just about Kuma here. And there's a little bit more to it. A little bit more substance to it that kind of starts at the beginning of the, well, God Valley flashback. So, at God Valley, as we know, as readers, we learned that God Valley was just a giant culling game popped out by the world government in a secret spot. And who is at God Valley? You don't really see any of the other Gorosei here, other than the fucking fat ox spider himself, J. Garcia Saturn. Ooh, he's a part of this video. He's a huge part of this video. Well, J. Garcia Saturn has one crux to his entire being. His entire being. And it's not just that, it's not him being immortal that nearly regenerating that is his crux. No, it's the fact that everything that goes wrong for his man, he has done to him, to himself. Saturn, if he didn't, like, the man could have just finished Kuma right back then and there. Right back then and there. He didn't. And because he did not, it's coming back to bite him in the ass later in this story. So after Kuma escapes from God Valley, I can only assume what shit that Saturn's doing at the time being. He is the scientific head of the world government. So, chances are he's been doing science stuff well before Vegapunk jumped onto the scene. So, he kind of just got himself in his own paranoid bubble. His cruelty is also a part of his undoing, too. Because every time he tries to get increasingly more crueler or inhuman, something just comes to bite him in the ass a little stronger there. And next example of this is Ginny returning from Marie Joie with the sapphire scales, which everybody is anticipating that somehow Saturn himself is the person the person who is not only behind the sapphire scale disease. This isn't a spoiler, by the way. This is just some rhetoric that's been passed around the internet for a little while since we've met Saturn and learned about the past of Kuma and Saturn and how everybody on Egghead is strongly intertwined. But we have reason to assume that Saturn has something to do with Ginny. We definitely know that Saturn has something to do with just about everyone on this island, including the Straw Hats, in a sense. Maybe not every specific Straw Hat. Like, I'm pretty sure that Jay Garcia ain't gunning for Usopp or Chopper like that. I mean, maybe Frankie now, that Frankie has not only, like, managed to hit not only a Navy Admiral, like, Frankie don't even have hockey or anything like this, and this dude is just out here throwing hands with the best of them. Frankie is one of the best Straw Hats, and I think he is dreadfully underrated. Yes, I'm getting eating orange. Mandarin. So, how does this all bite Saturn in the ass? He got everybody on Egghead Island too close to each other. Bonnie, you got Kizaru to attach to Bonnie and Kuma too. To the point where we look at all these people on Egghead Island, and they are all connected to Jay Garcia personally. However, the protocols he did to get increasingly crueler are what's biting him in his ass. When Kuma had asked for Bonnie to be healed, Saturn was like, we need a human project, and since you're not supposed to be alive either, I'ma just give you this pass if you become our human weapon. Which, crazy come to think about it. Once again, another situation that just could have been solved had Saturn just straight up had Bonnie and Kuma killed right there. But he had to think of something a little, I guess, more suiting towards him. Maybe if I get this person this, they will do this and this for me, and they will cooperate easier. Well, by the start of 1104 and the end of 1103, we learn why that bites Saturn back in the ass, especially when he had a self-destruct protocol initiated on Kuma. Which the self-destruct wasn't a self-destruct, it wasn't a bomb. It was just something that shuts him off completely, which could probably be tampered with, and which is why we're seeing him right now. And Kizaru's hesitance, once again, Saturn's fault. He had him watch over them, and Kizaru, we can't read him, but we know that guy is sentimental here. We know that guy is incredibly sentimental. Vegapunk learning about the Void Century is kind of Saturn's fault here too. You're probably wondering, how is the Void Century research Saturn's fault? Well, just like the scholars of Hohara, I bet, and this is another speculation here, that Jay Garcia Saturn knew about the Mother Flame and what it was, and pushed it towards Vegapunk to create. But Vegapunk went a little too into the origins of said Mother Flame, even though that the Gorosei wanted it created. Yeah, that is most likely the explanation in my head. It's my headcanon, it's not anybody else's headcanon. But, yeah. What else is Saturn's fault here? several of dead soldiers of his own. We also got the fact that he's setting the world behind in science 100 years just because he fucked up and he's trying to cover himself. Now this is just, this entire arc is Jay Garcia Saturn cleaning up his own mess. Now, I have a feeling that's going to be a common recurrence throughout the rest of One Piece when it comes to the Gorosei. Because Jay Garcia Saturn having a hand in everything up to now makes sense. It does. And it's huge. But imagine what the other Gorosei have it. Like, I could imagine Jupiter having absolutely terrible involvement with what goes into the world. Jupiter, as the head of agricultural, has let Alabasta fall, let a whole bunch of things dry up, and a whole bunch of other points of this world that could be better for them, but it's not. Now Mary Joie's running out of food, all this stuff. Jupiter ain't doing his job. Topman War Curie, I can only imagine how the rest of them too. Ethan, it's all Ethan's fault. Ethan Baron Vinasajuro. It's all Vinasajuro's fault. The fucking Agatsuchi guy. He's going to be an Agatsuchi. If you guys don't know what an Agatsuchi is, it's a snake-headed human yokai demon. And they got some stuff with them. Now, you know, it'd be cool if that last Gorosei was actually Gonfall from Skypiea. Now, to kind of send this off with another tangent about this being Saturn's fault. He could have just handled a lot of this himself from the start. But, as usual, Tenryubito, stuff happens. He's a little, got his head stuck up his own ass. He got his own sort of agenda to be followed by. But he wants everybody else to do it for him. He has underlings. Why do I need to do this myself when my underlings could do this for me? Well, it's because he had his underlings doing this for him that he's in this mess in the first place. And this all would have been solved had he had not been a lazy old fuck and did everything himself. Like, comment, and subscribe for more One Piece content, guys. This is a 14-minute video about me talking about how everything is one old man's fault. Bye!